Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for tuning in for the Ascending Abundance YouTube channel. My name is Pavel Sverdlin, and I am an investor in real estate and stocks and crypto living in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And my philosophy is that you don't need to spend less, you need to make more. I'd like to reach financial independence on my own terms, living my own life. And for that, I am exploring various ways of making money and becoming financial independence. It could be through real estate, which is my by far favorite method of achieving financial freedom. However, there are other ways of doing it, and there's probably multiple that I don't even know about. But today I just wanted to mention that it's been a good productive week on the markets. It's hard not to mention the Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies gaining some momentum. I've actually participated a little bit on this rally, and my approach is to buy Bitcoin through futures. There is a instrument called VRR, which is traded on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. It is equal to 5 Bitcoins. So one future of BRR is about 100,000 US dollars. At this price, it's actually higher. So the Bitcoin reached about $23,000 this week. 23 times 5, that will give you about $115,000, give or take, that you would have exposure to Bitcoin if you go this route. I obviously don't recommend it for everyone. It's depending on your own situation, how comfortable you are, if you have the capital, if you want to put it up, if your broker allows trading in futures. I use Interactive Brokers. Again, may not be the best broker out there, but this is my favorite. I'm used to it. The commissions are pretty low. The interface is pretty good. So I'm using them. I didn't make much money, unfortunately. When Bitcoin was about 16,000, I figure it's probably at somewhere at the bottom. The recent downtrend kind of stopped at about 20,000. Then there was this huge scandal about FTX and a lot of bankruptcies, and companies were announcing all kinds of issues with their collateral. And there was this route that got Bitcoin down from 20 to about 15, 16,000-ish, and that's where it was stuck for a couple of weeks. I picked it up, didn't hold it for too long, unfortunately. I didn't realize it's gonna go all the way to 23. I just kind of bailed out at about 18, so made a little bit of money. Kind of handy, obviously. Any kind of cash coming into the account is very much welcomed. I could have made way more. It's still not life-changing. It's not like I would have made millions of dollars investing in Bitcoin, but it's nice to kind of keep an eye on those opportunities. Real estate right now is kind of flat. Stock market has been recovering, but it's been sort of uneven recovery depending on the sector, depending on the company. It was kind of hard to make those predictions. I'm not active on the stock market as much as I'd like to. There are some trades that I'm putting through, and I might discuss them in the future episodes. For example, I love selling spreads on QQQ, which is NASDAQ ETF. Something deep out of the money, about 15 to 18 to maybe 20% below market price, and then doing a spread, so selling the put on, let's say, 18% below today's price, and then buying a put, let's say, 20 to 25% below today's price. So that way I'm in the range, I don't have that much exposure, and I'm making some premium. It's not huge because it's a safe bet, but then again, it's cash coming into the account. If I can consistently make those bets and consistently bring in $500,000, $800, whatever it comes in months, I'm happy. All you need is a number of those good, successful, safe trades that bring in a few $1,000s every month. And then before you know it, months after months, you're just collecting cash and the value of your account grows. And that allows you to pay down the debts, invest in other real estate, just participate in any kind of rally that you expect out there in the markets. Why did I buy Bitcoin? It was probably 2 weeks ago when I picked it up. Why did I think it's not going to go to zero? The only explanation I have, and I made up my mind listening through various podcasts, I'm definitely not an expert on the topic. I don't quite know the blockchain technology intimately. Probably neither don't know the programming nor the networking. But what I figured is the ecosystem of crypto is still expanding. There are still use cases being developed. There are still new coins being minted. There's new technologies coming in. The crypto is not dying. At least I don't see it. It doesn't really have a great use case, and it's still energy consuming and all that good stuff, or bad stuff. But nevertheless, crypto ecosystem is still alive, and so long as it's alive, I do believe Bitcoin being the most, famous, well advertised, kind of safe-ish. It's already made its way to regular financial markets through futures, and there are ETFs following Bitcoin and so on. I don't think it's gonna die. And there are really just two ways from here. Either it dies and stops its existence, or it's gonna have to go up in value. Number one, it's scarce. There's limited quantity of Bitcoin being minted and already been minted. Number two, it is going to through a halving event every 4 years. So anybody who's minting or following Bitcoin has to charge double the premium every 4 years. Otherwise, they're just going to lose money. And then finally, it's just so well recognized and so kind of already well advertised that it just has to have peaks and valleys and spikes, and it's just not going to die. It's just going to get traded. So from there, if you look at the trend, the price is really super low comparable to the last couple of years. It was just a speculation on my part, but I figured if it's not dying, it's probably going up. How high it's gonna go, I don't know. That's why I sold it at about 18. I should have kept it. My initial thoughts were probably I keep it till it reaches 50,000 or 100,000. But then immediately I thought, well, maybe it just bounces to 18, just goes back down to 16 or 17. I'll make 10 grand here and there, and then continue just kind of trading it. What I didn't realize is just going to make such a jump from 16 to 23 all the way within such a short period. Anyways, enough of crypto. The other news piece for this week is that there are no news. Real estate continues to be kind of trading flat. The interest rates are still increasing. In Canada, the recent increase was 0.25%. It is again affecting my mortgages. It's more money coming out of my pocket every month. It is even harder to qualify for people for a mortgage. It is more expensive to pay for a property if you buy one. So that translated into a huge reduction in new construction up here in Greater Toronto area, and I'm sure across Canada, definitely across Ontario. And there are immigrants coming into Ontario. There's about 400 to 500,000 people just coming in to settle. Plus there's another 300, 400,000 people who come in as students, as professionals. They don't come to settle, but they still need to live somewhere. And if the housing stock is not being replenished by developers, then we are seeing increases in rent. We're seeing that it's harder to purchase or rent a property. And right now, with the rates going up, it's kind of tough. I'm still sitting on the sidelines. And what I've been doing is I've been participating in Bigger Pockets Forum. I've been taking some courses by Bill Allen, and just kind of connecting with people, feeling the ground, checking the prices once in a while on realtor.ca, on MLS, and any other place I can find. I would be looking at properties that come out of realtor.ca, that they expire. Maybe I'll follow those listings. I might look at for sale by owner websites if there's anything that I could find there that I might bid for. But overall, it looks like Maxim Baginsky, whom I follow, he's a realtor in the Russian community here. Maxim keeps on saying that Toronto is following New York, and I kind of believe that. We're a multi-million people city, population is growing. There are condos that are selling at millions of dollars downtown. Even in my neighborhood, which is fairly far away from downtown, we're probably compared to Brooklyn. I looked at Zillow, I checked Manhattan, I checked Brooklyn, I checked Bronx. I mean, seriously, Toronto is pretty much in that same area price-wise. The 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment condominium in New York goes for, let's say, $1 million, just rounded up. Not in Manhattan, certainly, not like downtown there. But in a decent neighborhood, somewhere in Brooklyn, let's say, it goes for $1 million. In Toronto, it goes for the same 800,000. The HOA fees in America come to anywhere from $700 to $1,000 for a 2-bedroom, maybe even more. In here, it's the same. For a 2-bedroom condominium, you're paying condo fees, maintenance fees, however you call it, about same $700, $800, $1,000, depends on where your condo is and how old it is. So we are following Manhattan, and just as Maxime is saying, we are probably going to see $1.5 million for 1-bedroom with a good view in downtown Toronto, just like we are seeing it with good views in Manhattan and like good locations in Manhattan. We're probably going to see that, and we're not too far away from that. Making it cash flow is a mystery to me. How can you buy a condo like this and still make money is a big question mark. So I'm not buying, I'm sitting on the sidelines, I'm just kind of observing. I don't even know where to search for that next property. More likely it'll be something with the piece of land. I don't want to buy a condo, I don't want to pay those HOA maintenance condo fees, just throwing money out the window. I would rather have a plot of land, even if it's maybe negatively cash flowing a bit, but it has a potential. Let's say it's 100 by 200 square feet. That has a potential in, say, 10 years from now to be worth millions of dollars, be a site of future development of stacked townhouses or something like that. So that would be a desirable outcome. I just need to kind of come to terms with the mortgages. I need to find better deals, and obviously make some money through crypto, through stock markets, through whatever it is. Maybe get a raise at the job. We'll see. But somehow get prepared for the next cycle, because I do sense that the mortgage rates are slowing down. The real estate is still resilient. I have no idea how these people are making money, how they're keeping up those payments. How is it not affecting sort of the average buyer of the average house and the condo? But apparently it's not. So if the real estate is not dropping, then the only way it's going to go is going up right after the cycle is over. So I'm going to need to be positioned for that, and I highly recommend you do the same. Thank you very much for listening. If you want to partner up, if you just want to discuss your situation, you want to reach out, say hi. If you have any ideas on how to make money in any way, be that business, investing, crypto, real estate, whatever, I'm super open to partnerships. I'm really interested in searching for like-minded people and connecting. So if you have any desire whatsoever, please reach out, send me a message, comment on this video. I'll be happy to chat. Thank you. Have a good one.